The magic seed of patience. Vivaan found a tiny golden seed tucked inside a velvet pouch. It was the smallest thing he had ever seen, but his grandfather told him it was special. "I will grow the most beautiful plant in the whole world," Vivaan shouted with a big smile. He found a bright blue pot and filled it with soft, crumbly brown earth. Carefully, Vivaan poked a little hole with his finger and tucked the seed inside. He patted the soil gently, like he was tucking the seed into bed for a nap. 1 hour passed. Vivaan ran back to the garden. He leaned over the pot until his nose almost touched the dirt. "Hello? Are you ready to come out yet?" he whispered, but the soil was still and quiet. Not even a tiny green leaf was in sight. Another hour went by, then another. Vivaan sat on the grass and frowned. He checked the pot every time the big hand on the clock moved. "Maybe the seed is broken," he sighed, his shoulders drooping. "Why is it taking so long?" Suddenly, a soft golden light filled the garden. A boy with a shimmering peacock feather in his hair appeared. He carried a wooden flute and had the kindest eyes Vivaan had ever seen. It was Krishna, and he was leaning against a nearby tree. "Why the long face, little one?" Krishna asked with a chuckle. Vivaan pointed a sad finger at his blue pot. "My magic seed won't grow. I've been waiting and waiting, but nothing is happening. I think it's a dud." Krishna pointed toward the edge of the garden where a giant, ancient banyan tree stood, with its roots hanging down like long gray beards. "See that great tree?" Krishna said. "It didn't reach the clouds in an hour. Big things grow slowly, Vivaan. You must give them time." Krishna kneeled beside Vivaan. "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished," he explained. "Your seed is busy waking up under the dirt. You must be patient and trust the earth." Vivaan listened closely and felt his heart become a little bit calmer. Vivaan decided to try being patient. Every morning, he gave the seed a little drink of water. Every afternoon, he made sure it had enough sunshine. Then, instead of staring at the pot, he went off to play with his friends and read his favorite books. Many suns rose and many moons set. One bright morning, Vivaan walked over to the corner of the garden. He gasped. A tiny, bright green speck had pushed through the soil. "Look! A sprout!" he cheered. It was small, but it was strong and brave. The sprout grew taller and taller until it burst into a magnificent flower with petals that shimmered like a rainbow. Krishna returned and stood beside him, admiring the bloom. "Good things come to those who wait," Krishna said softly. Vivaan realized that the waiting was actually part of the magic. Vivaan bowed his head and closed his eyes. He felt thankful for the seed, the sun, and the lesson of patience. He knew now that everything in the world has its own perfect time to bloom.